it feels like a very long process, but all of the steps sort of fell into each other, and it kind of got bigger and bigger till, I was auditioning for things, and then I auditioned for Ned's, and was so lucky to get that as, pretty quickly when I moved moved out there. And then had to wait a year to find out if Ned's was getting picked up to go to series. And in that time, Ned's got recast, right? We thought, it was going to be one of the three of us, and it ended up being um, the actor who played Boogie, who now is
Mm.
played by Cookie, Daniel Curtis Lee.
Hmm.
So it was a long, long process to finally
Wow.
get, the day one on series of Ned's.
So you did like a pilot and then just had to sit around for a
Yeah.
year?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my
So we did a
gosh.
pilot. That's actually how things used to kind of be done, is like you wouldn't know. So now I'd say it's like 50% of the time you know that the series already has 10 episodes picked up, like especially on
Hmm.
Hmm.
streaming or whatever. But back when you were just on sort of TVs, the networks of TV kind of ran the schedule more, right? Like there was a pilot
Hmm.
season, there was a certain time when pilots were released. Now that streaming has come in, that sort of prime time schedule is not the same. So there are kind of different rules to when things get picked up and such. But uh, you would shoot a pilot, you would wait a month or two or three, and then you'd see if it got picked up. Ned waited a full
So
year,
stressful.
so they bought us
Wow.
out in the middle, right? Like let's say 6 months, into the year, they gave us a buyout. It's a one-time small buyout for, hey, you're not allowed to read for anything else. We're buying you out, but you got to make this lump sum of money that you can't audition for anything else last for
Oh
that
gosh, in
6 months.
LA.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
It was a lot. And so then we find out, like, hey, it's getting picked up, but one of you isn't coming with us. And they had us re-audition against each other because they didn't know which character they were going to
Stop.
replace. And they did that just for a little bit of diversity. Do you know what I mean? Which I think was a really interesting and insightful call all the way back in 2003.
Hmm.
To do that, which was fantastic. Daniel was always the person who was going to, take it all the way with us and be in this experience with us. But you just never know. They always say, don't cash the check until you're on set.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, that was very true. But we all ended up where we needed to be. It
Hmm.
was traumatic just because those become your best friends.
Hmm.
And I love Steven, who originally played, the character that was replaced. But yeah, just really, really grateful that it ended up how it did.